Welcome back, guys. So, we're gonna just have a quick talk to Lord Andre and the guys in the barracks. Now, our goal is to eventually turn in Nagar. We talked to Halvor, and now we're gonna talk to. This is the Master at Arms, I think. Is the
How's
term?
your duty?
Oh, these boys swing their swords like farmers. But
Hmm.
when I'm done with them, every single one of them will be a tough, hard bastard.
I want to join the militia.
So, are you a citizen of the town?
Yes.
Then talk to Lord Andre. He decides who gets accepted here.
Mm-hmm.
What's it like with the militia?
Lord Andre is our commander now. The militia used to report to the governor. He had no idea what we do here. But Lord Andre knows what he's doing. He takes good care of the men. Everyone who starts here gets some decent armor and a good weapon. And there are bonuses if you've done a good job. He pays a bounty for every criminal captured.
Can you also train me in sword fighting?
Lord Andre has ordered that we train everyone who is in a position to defend the city. But that's only true for combat training. All other kinds of training are reserved for the militia. Can you at least halfway handle a weapon?
I think so.
All right, you can start when you're ready.
So.
What are the advantages of one- or two-handed weapons?
Quite simple. With a one-handed weapon, you're faster. That can be a considerable advantage in battle. Two-handed weapons are more ponderous. You have to fight with foresight, but you can do a lot more damage when you're hit.
Where should I start, with one-handed or two-handed weapons?
That's entirely up to you. If you specialize in only one type of weapon, you automatically learn the other at the same time. If, for instance, you're good at fighting with one-handed swords, but still a beginner with two-handed weapons, your two-handed skills will go up as well whenever you train with a one-hander. In that case, the training is more exhausting than if you train with both types of weapons. Just start and you'll soon see what I'm talking about.
So what he means is that let's say we are at 60% two-handed weapons and 15% one-handed. If we put 5 skill points in two-handed up to 65, so from 60 to 65, we will also get 5 points in one-handed at the same time, which kind of makes sense because it's still a sword. Well, it's a weapon. If you learn to be dexterous and strong enough to handle one, you kind of become
Inos be with you, stranger. What brings you to me?
more speedy with the rest of the other types of weapons, I mean.
I've got an important message for Lord Hagen.
Well, you stand before one of his men. What is this about?
The hosts of orcs are led by
I know that the armies of the orcs are growing ever stronger. You don't have to tell me that, is what you wish to report to Lord Hagen. He would tear your head from your shoulders if you wasted his time with such stories. And I'm sure that you're clever enough to know that for yourself. So what is this really about?
It's about a sacred artifact, the Eye of Innos.
The Eye of Innos. I have never heard of it, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. If there truly is an artifact of this name, only the highest members of our order would know anything about it. In any case,
That's why I have to talk to Lord Hagen himself.
Lord Hagen receives only paladins, or those who are in the service to paladins. It is beneath his dignity to waste his time with members of the common folk.
Yeah, paladins are really down to earth, aren't they?
I want to take up service with the paladins.
Good. I can well use every able man here, no matter what his reasons for joining us. If you place yourself in the service of the paladins, I shall help you get an audience with Lord Hagen. However, I have my orders only to accept citizens of the town into the militia. My commander is afraid that spies or saboteurs could sneak in. He wants to limit the risk this way. Therefore, you must first be a citizen of the town. Whether this rule makes sense or not is disputable, but orders are orders.
Why are you paladins in town?
The goals of our mission are secret. I can only tell you that there is no danger for the citizens of the town. You need not worry.
Mm-hmm.
What should I expect with the militia?
Let me make one thing clear. To be a soldier of the militia means much more than strolling through the city in a uniform. It is a dirty and even bloody job. Once you are one of us, a great deal of work will be waiting for you. But it is worth it. Besides the pay, you might someday have the chance of becoming a holy warrior of Innos.
About those missing people.
Just leave me alone with that. I've got other problems.
Is there a faster way to join you?
You're really serious about this, aren't you? Good. Listen, I have a problem. If you solve it for me, I shall see to it that you are accepted into the militia. But the most important thing is, you must not breathe a word of it to anyone.
What's your problem?
Recently, there have been a number of thefts in the city. Thus far, we have not been able to capture anyone. The thieves are simply too skillful. The scum know their business. I'm sure that we're dealing with an organized gang. It would not amaze me if there were a thieves guild in Khorinis. Find the leaders of the gang and hunt them down. Then I shall see to it that you are accepted into the militia, regardless of whether or not you are a citizen. But you must say nothing about our agreement.
So basically, this quest is just a quest to quickly join the militia by finding where the Thieves Guild is and turning them in. Honestly, there isn't any benefit to actually doing this quest since you're gonna miss out on a lot of opportunities if you turn in the Thieves Guild, and you can become a member of the militia anyway if you're a citizen. So this quest is utterly pointless if you ask me. So just one quick second, I wanna save the game right here. Okay, so let's let's turn Nagur in because he's pretty much of an asshole.
I've come to collect the bounty. Nagur has killed Baltram's messenger. He tried to use me as his new messenger in order to intercept Akel's shipment.
That fellow will get his just punishment. I shall have him locked up immediately. Here, take the bounty that you are entitled to.
Okay. So
What do you want here?
I want to see the prisoners.
Go ahead, but don't stay away too long. Understood?
okay. Let's if you open one of the cells, you can actually find Nagur inside it. If he's not here, then he has to be in the second cell. Since he was arrested pretty much immediately.
You betrayed me. That was a big mistake. Now get lost.
Okie dokie. Now we can go to Baltram, give him his package, collect our reward, and then we can go and talk to Cardiff, who will have something important to say to us. This is Kalfar. We're gonna avoid him for now.
Don't tell this to anyone. That's not what
I've got Akel's delivery.
Excellent. Finally, I can offer fresh goods again.
Someone's
Here are your 50 gold pieces.
Don't tell her a thing from now on.
Show me your wares.
And we're gonna buy the apples because those are really valuable to us. Now let's go to Cardiff and yeah, as I was saying, the quest to turn the Thieves Guild in, utterly pointless.
Order of the Honorable Lord Hagen, the following
What are
decree
you doing
is
here?
hereby enacted.
I'm a novice from the monastery.
Due to the general
I run
situation,
errands for the
the
magicians
forest
and
and
also the
wilderness
paladins.
near the city are to be avoided for your
I
own
have provided
protection.
the 3 innkeepers in the city with
Furthermore,
wine from the monastery.
Any contact with the rebelling peasantry in the
Who are the
surrounding
3
areas
innkeepers?
is strictly
One of them is the
forbidden.
good man here behind the bar. Then there is Karagon, who has his tavern on the Temple Square, and Cardiff, the owner of the tavern in the Harbor District.
What can you tell me about the monastery?
We novices seek enlightenment in prayer to Innos and learn the principles of faith from the magicians. We serve them as we serve Innos and prepare ourselves for the union with the fire.
Well, take me to the monastery.
Forget it. Do you know how many creatures I had to evade on the way? When I think of all those bloodflies, wolves, and goblins, I'm glad that I don't have to leave here anymore. Besides, you can't enter the monastery anyway.
Why not?
Entrance is only permitted to magicians, paladins, and novices.
How can I become a novice?
If a man feels the deep desire,
Hey, just tell me what the conditions are.
you need the offerings, a sheep and 1,000 gold pieces.
How am I supposed to get that much gold?
Since you obviously don't know anyone who would pay that for you, you'll simply have to go to work.
Where can I find a sheep?
From the farmers, of course. But you won't get one for nothing.
Okay.
Hey,
Hear ye, inhabitants
And-
of Khorinis. By
What's
the
up?
explicit
Hey, what's up?
order of the
Yeah, as
Honorable
long as
Lord
the Paladins
Hagen,
don't
the
have any
following
new
decree is
assignments for
hereby
me, I can
enacted.
have myself a
Martial
couple
law
of
is
beers here.
immediately declared in all cities and
more could
regions
you
of the
ask?
realm. All
You're working
civilian
for the
judges
Paladins?
are to hand over their duties to
I
the royal
report to them on the
paladins
situation
effective
in the
immediately.
city.
The Honorable
At the
Lord
moment,
Andre is commanded to
everything is
punish
quiet.
every crime or act of resistance
How are
against
things
the
with the
king's
orcs?
guards
No
most
reason to
severely.
worry.
Every
We in the
inhabitant of
city
Khorinis
guard
who
and
is
the
guilty of a
paladins have
crime is to report
everything
immediately
under
to Lord
control.
Andre.
Go home and let us do our work. We're watching over the town and its citizens. Oh,
would you like another beer?
there's nothing better than a cool ale.
So Rangar is a quest NPC for Garvel who wants more information on the orcs, how much time he has to complete his boat.
You were about to say something about the orcs.
Oh, yeah, right. The orcs are absolutely no threat to the city. They're stuck in the Valley of Mines, and the pass is held by the Paladins. Not even a meat bug could get through there.
Uh-huh.
Would you like another beer?
Well, I won't say no to a decent pint.
So you can give him a couple of beers and he's gonna give you some info. You can relay that info to Garvel for some experience.
They've even spotted an orc outside of town.
Yeah, right. The dangerous orc outside the city. A real monster of an orc. Well, he's bound to attack the city soon. Listen, we'll kick that fat orc in his fat ass if he comes too close to the city. Got it?
I see. Would you like another beer?
A tasty bitter ale is absolutely the best.
So you can infinitely give him beer, but this is all the info he has for you, so you can just stop now.
You know, you don't often meet someone who'll treat you to a beer. You're all right.
Okay, so
Hear
we've
ye,
talked to pretty
inhabitants of
much
Khorinis. By
all of the
explicit
NPCs,
order of
almost all of the
Honorable
NPCs in Khorinis. Right now, we want to go to Cardiff because he has some news for us. And we can later join the... Oh, I nearly forgot. We can also go to Hakon later to turn in the quest for the bandits Lars killed. Good to remember that. We're also gonna talk to a few more NPCs in Khorinis before we set out to the landowner's farm. Kinda wanna get as much experience as possible in the hopes of learning pickpocketing and how to take other trophies.
Hey you, come over here. I've got something for you.
That's been known a long time.
There's a fellow here who insisted on talking to you. Since you weren't here, he told me to give you a message. He wants to meet you, behind Halver's fish shop. This piece of information is free, but that's an exception, kid. Anything beyond that will cost you.
What did the guy look like?
I could tell you that, but you need to pay for it, my friend.
Okay, fine.
That's really not my
I need it. What did the guy look like?
Well, rather tall, dark-skinned and strong, but no uniform. Somehow menacing.
And his face?
His face? When he looked at me, I was glad that it wasn't me he had come for. There was something scary in his eyes. Anyway, I think you should go see him. This is bound to be interesting.
Yeah, the question is, for whom?
better off myself.
As if I didn't have enough.
Okay. So we're gonna go to Edda because an NPC is looking for us, and that NPC has something very important to tell us. Now, a minor spoiler alert. If you talk to that NPC without a weapon, he will have a special dialogue option for you. And yep, let's make sure our equipment is in order. Ring of Force, Ring of Iron Skin, yep. The amulet, we don't really need the amulet right now. Apple Tobacco. These tablets are permanent tablets, but we don't know how to read them just yet. We will eventually. Now, I think we can... Yeah, we can save the game. Right. No, not there. Let's save the game here. Attila the Hun.
Ah, finally. I've been waiting for you, stranger.
Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm called Attila, but is my name important? Our names are meaningless. You should know that best, stranger.
What do you want from me?
I'm here to explain a few things to you, and afterwards, I'm going to kill you.
Who pays you for this?
My employers work out of public view, as do I. A condition of my contract is that I name neither their names nor their residences.
Why do you want to kill me?
Nagur is behind bars because of your interference, an unforgivable mistake, as some see it. My employers are not exactly pleased about it. To prevent you from making yet another mistake, they have sent me.
How was I supposed to know my actions would have consequences?
Let me at least draw my weapon.
Good. Then prepare for your last battle.
Now, we're gonna quickly save the game, and this is not an easy fight by any means necessary. Do not come to this fight unprepared, because he has a high chance to crit you. And ideally you should be semi-skilled in combat before you fight him. If I could get a crit in, that would be so lovely at this point. Okay, let's stop fooling around. Attack. So double parry, attack, double parry, attack. The double parry attack usually works for 90% of their attacks. It's gonna be a prolonged fight for the simple reason that we're not getting any real crits in. And we don't have a lot of strength either, neither a weapon that does a lot of damage. One more hit in, and he's dead. A rough hatchet, and crossbow, some bolts, and the key that has been damaged by seawater.
Nothing there.
Okie dokie. And we can eat some fried meat to heal up. And let's see, what else can we eat? Let's eat some healing plants because we have a lot of them. Okay, now one more healing plant. Yep.
Nothing to be had there.
And I think I already got the...
Could you?
No.
Yep, already got the stuff from her. Now we can go back to Cardiff and ask him what the hell was that about.
That's an open secret.
And then we can use the rusty key,
These are bad times.
which is gonna open up the sewers for us. And in the sewers, we are gonna find an interesting surprise.
That bastard tried to kill me.
Hey, how could that be my fault? All I did was pass on some information. If anyone is determined to step on your toes, I guess he'll have his reasons.
Fine, fine.
I need it.
Alrighty then. Well, now we can go to the sewers. It's a weird shadow bug. Well, even after all this time, Gothic is not without its bugs, but at least it's a minor thing. Like, Buggy shadows I can tolerate, as long as it's nothing worse than that. So the sewer entrance is here. And there are some rats in this sewer system. What do we have here? A rusty axe, rusty sword, healing potion. Okay, anything else? So there are about 5 rats, so you should be careful with them. If you don't feel particularly confident, you can just... Ooh, that was a crit. That was nice. And by the way, for carnivores like rats and wolves, from a distance they tend to prioritize eating a corpse rather than attacking you. And another rat, and I think that's about it. So 5 rats I think it was in total. There's a shrine to Beliar right here. It's a real shame we can't destroy them. Shrines to Beliar, by the way, just allows you to sacrifice
nothing to plunder.
Your life or your mana for a lot of gold. But why would you want to do that? So I wish they gave other benefits, like if you sacrifice your life, you could sacrifice, let's say, your hit points to increase your mana, maybe, or your mana to increase your strength, like, you know, shift the value points of things from one point to another. But getting gold, I mean, we're gonna get a lot of gold in the game, and we are also gonna spend a lot of gold in the game as well. Now, in this little chest, we're gonna find 2 very important items. We're gonna find Corrigan Silver, which is awesome, and Bosper's Hunting Bow, which is also awesome since both are gonna reward us for it. So we finally figured out who stole Corrigan stuff and Bosper stuff. It was the Thieves Guild. And fortunately the Thieves Guild doesn't really mind if you take their stuff. Now, these are a lot of skeletons, my friend. Jeez, these sewers are kind of ominous, aren't they? Now, the guy in front of us won't really be hostile to us. Just need to talk to him and ask him to take us to the leader.
Hear ye, inhabitants of Khorinis. By the explicit
Thieves.
order of the Honorable Lord Hagen, the following decree is hereby enacted.
Hey, what are you doing down here? There's nothing here for you. So, out with it. What are you doing here?
Everyone is to begin training in the skills.
I've done in Attila. He had the key to the sewers on him.
You killed Attila? So what? He was a lousy dog anyway. But I'll tell you something. If you attack me, I'll kill you.
Yeah, okay.
Take me to your leader.
Ha! My leader? I'm sure Cassia will want to talk to you. Go ahead, and don't try to fool me.
Yeah, okay.
Wait a minute.
He doesn't have anything else to say. Let's talk to this guy over here, Ramirez.
Have you lost your way? I don't think this is the right place for you. If anything happens to you here, no one's going to help you. So be careful.
Yeah, okay. Anything else to say, my friend? Nope. Okie dokie. Now let's go and talk to Kasha, which is the leader of the Thieves Guild. But before we do that, we can actually loot this chest over here, and they don't actually mind. And it has some good stuff. A large fireball scroll, a couple of fireball scrolls, which are gonna be very useful for us, and 100 gold pieces. So already the Thieves Guild, they're already paying off from visiting them.
Hey, you!
Just look who found his way here. Attila underestimated you. I am not going to make the same mistake.
What's being played here?
We wanted you to die for blowing the whistle on a friend. That's why we sent Attila. Your presence here, however, opens up a new option.
What do you want to offer me?
You can join us.
Tell me about your organization.
People in town are pretty nervous about us, but nobody knows our hideout. The handful of people who even know that the sewers exist believe that they are locked and not accessible to anyone. As long as they don't find us, we can work in peace.
What do you know about the missing people?
Why would that interest you?
I want to find out what happened to them.
When you emerge from the sewers, swim down along the coast to the right for a while. You're bound to find your answers there.
What's in it for me if I join you?
You can learn special abilities from us. Abilities that will allow you to live in luxury.
But I wouldn't have to hide out down here, would I?
No. You only have to stick to our rules. That's all.
What are your rules?
The first rule is, you don't breathe a word about us to anyone, ever. Second, don't get caught. Third, if you draw your weapon down here to attack someone, we'll kill you. And the fourth and last rule is, those who want to join us have to prove themselves.
What happens if I get caught?
Just don't get caught, okay?
What can I learn from you?
Jesper is the master of stealth. He will show you how to move without making a sound. Ramirez is an exceptionally gifted burglar. No lock can withstand his picks. And I can teach you how to be a pickpocket. I'm also going to help you become more dexterous, for dexterity is the key to your abilities.
How am I supposed to prove myself?
Now, will you join us or not?
And what if I don't want to join you?
In that case, I shall kill you.
Okay, I'm in.
Okay, I'm in.
You've made a wise decision. If you succeed in proving yourself, you may join our ranks. If you would like to learn the thieves' abilities first, feel free. You're going to need them.
Okay.
How am I supposed to prove myself?
That stubborn old alchemist, Constantino, has a beautiful ring, but he doesn't really need it. I want to see it adorn my hand.
Can you teach me?
Sure. Pickpocketing and dexterity will cost you 100 gold pieces each.
I want to learn about picking pockets. Here's the gold.
We can start whenever you're ready.
Okay, so 10 learning points to pick a pocket. That's a lot of money.
Can you teach me something?
You want to learn how to move without making a sound? That'll cost you 100 gold pieces.
Yeah, that's a bit too much. Let's talk to Ramirez then.
So you're in. Well, I wish you success then, and be careful whatever you do. Oh, and one more thing. I don't care who you are up there and with whom you work. Here below, you're only one of us, a thief. No more and no less.
Can you teach me something?
I can't teach you anything. You already know everything about picking locks. Now you only need to improve your dexterity.
Okie dokie. We are gonna lockpick those chests in a minute, but I think this is a perfect time to end the episode right here. So, guys, I want to wish you a wonderful day, and if you want to support the channel, you can always buy me a coffee so we can share more games and stories together. And as always, remember, the most important story in life is your own. Cheers, guys, and take care of yourselves, and we'll see each other in the next episode. See you, guys.